Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel.
In this video, I'm gonna show you how to fix the WD SA510 by flashing the firmware to recover your files. But before you watch this video, I recommend that you first watch Walid Shouman's video or visit the link I've provided in the description below for further information about this issue. Let's get started. First, we need to download the correct firmware for our brick SSD and the embedded toolkit by Western Digital. Go to the link I put in the description below. Select and download the correct firmware file based on your brick device. Mine is for WD SA510, 1 terabyte. Then download the embedded Linux updater. Here it is, the one with the name embeddedlinux.zip. We need an empty flash drive for the next step. I use a 16GB Sandisk to create a bootable flash drive. If you have files on your flash drive, make sure to back them up before formatting. I'm gonna insert my flash drive now. Format the flash drive to a FAT32 file system. My quick tip is to use a default allocation size. I've tried different allocation sizes many times before, but they didn't work. Every time I attempt to flash the firmware, I always format the flash drive, trying different allocation sizes to see which one will work. Mine works with the default allocation size, so I recommend you try it first. The next step is to copy the downloaded firmware and embedded Linux updater to the newly formatted flash drive. Go to your download folder and extract the embedded Linux zip file. Open the embedded Linux folder, then copy the contents inside img/2-esp and paste them onto the formatted flash drive. This will take a few minutes, so I'll fast forward it. Go back to your download folder, copy the firmware file, and paste it onto the flash drive next to the previously copied content. Remember the firmware name or write it on a piece of paper. We will need it later. Next, create an empty file named embedded-toolkit.cfg. Here's my trick. Search for any CFG file on your computer, then copy it. Paste it into the extracted embedded Linux folder. Modify the content of this CFG file using Notepad. Open the file with Notepad. Delete all the content. Save it and close the file. Rename it to embedded-toolkit.cfg. Copy the modified CFG file and paste it onto the flash drive. You can try different methods to create this file if this step doesn't work. I've tried many ways, but this one works for me. Now that our bootable flash drive is ready, eject it and proceed to the next step. Okay. Now we're going to flash the firmware from our bootable flash drive to our brick SSD. Insert the flash drive into the USB port of your laptop. Here is the SSD and USB-to-SATA adapter cable. Do not plug in the SSD just yet. We'll do that later. I'll open my laptop and boot from the flash drive by pressing the boot menu key. For me, it's the F12 key. It might be a different key on your computer. You can search online for the correct boot menu key for your computer or laptop. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that's too bright. I'll adjust my camera so you can see better. From this boot menu, select the flash drive that we just created for flashing the firmware. Mine is listed as Olympus Lite Sandisk. Press enter to boot from it. Wait for the loading configuration to complete. You can see the loading configuration status here. Oh no, that's too bright again. Sorry for the camera issues. Let me fix it for a second. This is the screen of the embedded toolkit. You can see here that there's no selected device. Go to the Select Device button and press Enter. Now, you see the two detected devices of the laptop. That's not what we need. I'll plug in the brick SSD now. Make sure the cable is working. Select Scan for Devices to rescan for the newly connected SSD. Now you can see the name of the new detected device here. That's the SSD we need. We're gonna flush the firmware to this device. To select this device, move to this device name using arrow keys, then press Enter. The font color will turn blue, indicating that it's selected. Go to the Continue button and press Enter. Now that we have selected the device, we need to type the correct firmware name in binary name. It's the one that you wrote down on a piece of paper. For me, it's 520.46100.fluf. Make sure you type the correct binary name before continuing.
Go to the Continue button and press Enter.
You'll receive a warning. This is a dangerous operation. Please do not shut down your system during the update. If you're ready, select Continue to perform the firmware update. I'm gonna press Continue now. Here's what happened after I bravely pressed the Enter button. Operation complete. Now that the firmware update is complete, I'll press Exit and shut down. After shutting down the laptop, I'll check my updated SSD to see if it is working properly. I'll test it on my desktop.
You can see here that I only have 3 drives.
I'm gonna connect this SSD to check if the computer detects a new drive.
Galing! It was detected by Dropbox so easily.
Now I have 4 drives, and you can see here the updated SSD with my old files inside. I'm on my desktop now to check if all of my old files are still on SSD. You can still see here the files that I lost when my computer failed to boot 2 months ago because of the bricked SSD. I am now able to recover my files after many attempts to fix the SSD. Thanks to Walid Shouman's YouTube channel. His tutorial helped me a lot. He deserves more subscribers. I hope my video helps you too. Comment below if my tutorial worked for you or if you have any questions.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.